Hello amigos, ¿cómo están? My name is Dan and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking all about Chivas versus Puebla, a huge important game, despite the fact that it was Puebla. We needed to get another win. Obviously we got a really good win against Necaxa, so we needed to follow this up with another win. Obviously, like Melita said, we've got a whole bunch of cup finals ready between now and the end of the season, and we need to win them all. Puebla away from home is always a team that we kind of struggle with, even if we're in a good run of form, even if we have a good season. We can't. Puebla's kind of one that I feel like we tend to slip up on. It's an important game and a massively important game. Marion playing for them as well just added a little bit of spice to it. But it's imperative that we win this game. Obviously, we're trying to get into Ligia proper. We don't want to be doing a playoff crap. We just want to get into Ligia. Didn't go according to plan. Obviously, with the delay, it was delayed a full day. The Puebla was just absolutely drenched. Me and a few other Chivas fans are quick to point out, like, there was not a peep from any media on the state of Puebla's pitch, the state of their drainage system. It was all Akron, Akron, Akron. It's just funny. I don't know, some people are going to go down, well, Akron's a World Cup venue, Puebla ain't, so that's why. Well, okay, cool. But at the same time, Puebla's still a first team, a relatively established Liga MX team. They're a first league team. They should be having the equipment and the facilities to deal with this kind of stuff. And Mexico, it rains in Mexico this time of year. It rains a lot in Mexico this time of year, and you think they'll be used to that by now and they'll be able to cope with it. Even though it was delayed a day, the pitch was absolutely horrific. I mean, the state of the actual pitch was so crap. But it is what it is. It's just funny, Akron, we had to wait at the Akron for half an hour while the drainage system did its job, and it did it immaculately. The pitch was perfect, and we still got crap for it. And Puebla, delayed a day, and the pitch was still crap. It was just, it shows you the level, the level that some of these clubs are at. I mean, Puebla's bottom of the table now, for a reason, and they 100% would be competing for relegation every year. We'll talk about the table in a minute, but yeah, it was just funny. It's like, well, where's the outrage? Where's the outcry for Puebla? Or is it just reserved for Chivas? But anyway, into the game itself, a brilliant start. Massive golazo from Brian El COTORRO Gonzalez. Brilliant kick, brilliant shot, brilliant goal. Goal of the season for me, absolutely brilliant. Just a really good crossing and then an overhead kick, I reckon. So scorpion kick, I don't know. I don't know what the termination for these things are now, but terminology, should I say? But yeah, it was an absolute golazo, brilliant goal. 1-0, 6 minutes in, cool, okay, and then we go, and Omar Gavea, of all people, comes up and does an absolute worldie as well. Two really, really, really good goals. And then, 12, 15 minutes into the game, and that's it, we shut up shop. They were the only two shots on target we had. They only had one shot on target. It was pretty dreadful, to be honest with you. Maintain that the part of that was because of the state of the pitch was just horrific. And yeah, I mean, to be honest, we just needed to go away at a club that can give us a banana skin every once in a while, get a win, get a clean sheet as well. I think Talamanca had a decent game for once, I guess, this season. Deserved clean sheet for him. And yeah, it's a tough away day anyway, even without the rain and the mud and whatever. Absolutely the type of game that you just want to go out there, get a couple of goals, get a clean sheet, defend, and then go home again. And we did that. So, I'm not going to talk too much about the game. The game itself was pretty average, I guess. We had a really good start. We did the job in the first 15 minutes, and we just held it on and rode it out for the rest of the game, which is what you want to do, really. If we were at home, obviously you want more goals, you want more of this, more of that. If we were at home, the pitch would have been made better, so the quality of the game would be better anyway. So, it was just one of those games that kind of a smash and grab, I guess. 2 goals, bosh, done. They don't have the quality to kind of even compete, even against a struggling Chivas team. And we're sitting pretty right now. It's an absolute result that you need to get if you want to get into Liga. And we do need this result. Let's be real. If we'd got a draw out of this game, that probably would have been Liga over. So we absolutely need to win. 2 wins on the bounce now, which I think is the first time this season we can say that. I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. Pretty sure this is the first time we've got two wins in a row this season, which is good. But we need to follow that up now and keep going and keep going. We've got some really tough fixtures coming up towards the end of the season, which I'll go through right now. So obviously the game of the weekend is Pumas. It's an absolutely huge game. Not only because Pumas are quite a decent team, I guess they're trying to get cobble together a decent team from quite famous players, but they're a decent team, decent position. They're right below us in the league. I'm just looking at the league now. They're only a point behind us. I mean, look at the table. Where our form has gone up the last couple of games, theirs have dropped. I think they got beat quite comprehensively against Club America of all people. So I think they might be in a little bit of spot of bother. But it's an important game. They're right with us. They're challenging for the year with us. We need to, extend our points record against Leon and San Luis, especially Leon. Leon are 2 points behind us. If we can, I mean, they're dreadful at the moment, Leon. They've got a new coach who I don't really rate. I feel like they can drop points. If we can just get another win, suddenly we're looking at 17 points. We're still not going to be 8th, considering that Pachuca probably are going to win their game. But still, we need to get separate from Leon and Pumas really. If we beat Pumas, then we're I think we're 4 points behind, we're ahead of them. So imperative game, massively important game. And then after that we've got Mazatlan. I'm just having a look at the table here. Mazatlan, Querétaro, and Puebla, man, mate. It'd be nice. It'd be fun actually to see these clubs in the second division when it pops up again, because I think these three teams are always at the bottom. Puebla, Mazatlan, and Querétaro. They're. I mean, Puebla especially, 4 losses and a draw in the last 5 games. It's quite terrible. Let's get straight into the other games, guys. So we've got Pumas, Mazatlan after the international break, and then Querétaro, which I think is another winnable. I mean, Pumas is a tough game, but we've got the quality to do that. If we can win that, then we go at home to Mazatlan. We absolutely need to win that because they're dreadful. Same with Querétaro the week after that, or a few days midweek after that, actually, I think. Should be 3 wins. It needs to be 3 wins. If we can get 9 points from that, then we're well up there in the table, which is great, considering other results. And then 26th of October, my time, obviously 25th in local time. The Tapatio, Clásico Tapatio against Atlas at home. Again, Atlas are not having a great season. We need to be winning that at home. If it was away, I'd be a little bit more sceptical. At home, we need to do the job there for sure. And then last 2 games, 3rd of November, Pachuca away, tough. And then Monterrey at home. Monterrey, they got spanked this weekend, but still, I feel like they're a decent team. They could do us to give us some real trouble at home, even at home. But I would say Pumas and Pachuca are the ones. I mean, Monterrey at home at the last game of the season, that could be a little bit of a struggle as well. But I'm expecting a win now, considering we beat the Cats quite comprehensively. We beat Puebla quite comprehensively as well. Pumas, if we can get past Pumas to get a win there, I want to see us win against Mazatlan at home. I want to see us going to Querétaro and beating them. Probably a similar game to Puebla, a bit of a diabolical game, but still need to get a win there. And then the Atlas, I mean, they're trashing right now, and we should be beating them every single time. And then if we can get 4 wins, that's 12 points. Looking at the last 2 games of the season, a possible 6 more points. It is going to be an interesting last couple of months of the season, guys. I mean, or 1 month, should I say, a month and a bit. Like I said, let's go to the table. I mean, like I said, even though Monterrey I feel like they're having a little bit of a wobble at the moment. They've only lost 2 games of the season so far, and they're second. So they're a decent team. Pachuca above us. If we can beat them, that puts us above them. Pumas again, like I said, we should be pulling away from. We're already well away from Mazatlan and Querétaro. Yeah, like I said, Atlas and the Cats are right down the bottom of the table as well, so that's good to see. I like that. And yeah, we just need to start clawing our way back up to the table a little bit. If Club America can have a couple more shock results, or I say shock results, they've been pretty average this season. They've only lost 1 game, which is quite weird. I felt like they lost more than that, but still, if they have a couple more losses, we can have a few more wins. We can be, if we finish 6th, 7th, 5th, I think that's a good result for us, considering the first half of the season was just absolutely woeful. So yeah, at the moment I'm feeling good. Maybe some of that is kind of delusion, or maybe toxic positivity, maybe, I don't know. But I feel like, the Necaxa and Puebla were two important tests for us in different ways. And Necaxa, you think they're a team on the up, but they're doing really woeful right now under Gago. Puebla, they're always at the bottom, but they can get points off anybody really. They're a type of team that can make it difficult for pretty much anyone in this league. No one's catching Toluca. I mean, we may be able to catch up with Monterrey a little bit, but if we can win all of our games, I still think we're going to be fifth maybe. That's the best we can hope for. But having said that, that's enough to get us to Ligia, no problem. And then once we're in Ligia, like I always say, anything is possible. So, if anything else, it's going to be a really, really entertaining last month of the season. 6 more games. It'll be really entertaining, really stressful. I think at times we need to be on it. All of our games are quote unquote winnable, and we need to prove that we're good enough to Ligia. I mean, it's not perfect yet under Milito, but we've definitely turned a corner now. 2 wins on the bounce. The results in general over the last few weeks, or I would say almost month, have proven that, there's a positive upturn now in the club and under Milito. So, why can't that continue? I think we can. And yeah, like I said, even if we get to the gear and don't do anything, I think that's still a good achievement for Milito. You kind of say, well, it's Chivas, they should be expecting Ligia every time. Well, yeah, okay, but look at the first, 8 games of the season and tell me that we had any right to be anywhere near Ligia by that point. And now look at us, 3 games after that, we're ninth in the table right now, which is quite respectable, really. And yeah, Milito's first tournament in Mexico. He's got loads of experience now. I mean, this season, I wouldn't imagine him turning around and saying this has probably been the most eye-opening season of my career in terms of adversity and difficulty. And I think he's prevailing at the moment. So we just need to keep going, keep getting these wins, and stop being so sloppy, stop being so, danger prone in the back line and Tala as well. Tala, we got a clean sheet because he only faced 1 shot on target the entire game against Puebla, so he needs to just keep working on himself, keep improving, because he's a great goalkeeper and I think he's going to be a brilliant goalkeeper one day. Just needs to learn and improve. So pretty awesome, guys. And I just want to end this video by shouting out the U20s for Mexico, the 3 or 4, or technically 4, I think, players that represent Chivas that are in the U20 squad. Obviously, there's Cabrera. Yeah, so 4 players for Chivas representing the U20s in Mexico. Obviously, Hugo Cambreras, the star player. Didn't feature too much in the game against Brazil, which is a great game, by the way. If you didn't watch it, go watch it. Hugo Cambreras, Padilla as well, who I think could be a really good player for Chivas as well. They're both going to kill it this tournament, I reckon. And then there's obviously Lasiaga that plays for Tapatío as well. I think he's going to be an up-and-coming goalkeeper. I think he could play for the first team at some point. He's a great goalkeeper. We're throwing out really good goalkeepers right now. Talavangel, Dragon, and Garcia, and now Lasiaga as well. The last player I want to talk about is actually Diego Ochoa. He's actually on loan right now. Obviously, I did a video on this in the transfer window. We've loaned him out to Juarez. I don't think there's an obligation to buy. I think he's just going to be there just for the season. And he's in Chivas right now. He's in Mexico under-20s right now, and he scored the equalising goal from a really good corner into a header into the goal. Brilliant, and he equalised it for Mexico 2-2 in the end, which is fantastic. Great to see. I tweeted out, we need to bring this guy back after these loan. I'm pretty sure his loan deal finishes in Christmas. Bring him back because Tiba could be moved on. Our centre backs are a glaring issue for us right now. I think if Diego has a really good tournament in the U20s and then comes back and then has a couple of games with Juarez. I mean, Juarez are 7th right now, to be honest with you. They're not doing too bad. They're above us right now, so I forgot that. I thought they were lower in the table. But if he gets a couple of games with them towards the end of the season, why can't we bring him back? Why shouldn't we? I mean, centre-back's a glaring issue right now. Other under-20 players, other Canteranos have come into the squad and doing really well for us. Why can't he be any different? So yeah, Diego COTORRO is definitely one to watch. I think he's going to be the one that plays the most for Mexico under 20s in this tournament. For all the Chivas represented players, I think Cambreras could quite possibly play a lot as well. Padilla as well, maybe. It's going to be a fun tournament. I can't wait to watch it. Some other nations are looking down on it. That's because they're used to their youth teams not doing that great, so that's probably why. But Mexico does well at youth level, does really well at youth level, and this is a perfect opportunity playing against Brazil, France, and all other teams like that. To showcase the talent. And obviously, Gilberto Mora is playing in this team, for goodness sake. I mean, he set up. I think he got 2 assists. I'm pretty sure he got assists for both goals. But he definitely got the assist for Diego's goal, which is awesome. And there's a couple of other players that can go through that whole squad. Let me know if you want me to do a separate video for the under 20s, because I might do actually, because it's a stacked squad. I mean, it really is a really good U20 squad. And yeah, it's nice to see 4 Chivas represented players in the team, in the squad. One of them getting an equaliser against Brazil, one of the favourites to win it. So, yeah, shout out to those guys. Hopefully they can keep it up and get some really good results and get some knockout stages, because that's going to be fun to watch. Yeah, anyway, guys, let me know what you think about everything I've talked about in this video. Obviously, the Necaxa game, the Puebla game, the fixtures that are coming up, the players that doing well for us right now. I mean, Efra's doing brilliantly. Ledesma's stepping up. Gouveia, who I think has been not as good as he could have been. It's coming up with the goals now. We've got to step up. Guti's not in the team at the moment. Our midfield's taking a little bit of a battering right now. Romo's doing brilliantly as well. Yeah, and our forward line as well. I mean, Piojo's out. I don't even know when he's going to be back. So, yeah, we're doing all right at the moment. So we just need to keep going and just keep getting these results, and then who knows, in a month's time we might be celebrating the gear, we might even be celebrating going deep in it. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. Keep an eye out for the Arsenal video. It'll come out tomorrow. Didn't have time to do it today, so yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it. Like and subscribe if you haven't done already. The Chivas video is not doing that great at the moment, which sucks, because obviously I like talking to you guys about Chivas as well as Arsenal, and I think there's a lot to talk about in regards to Chivas and Mexican football. Liga MX potentially returning to FC26 hopefully later on this year. Obviously, promotion and relegation coming back as well. There's going to be quite a lot to talk about. Obviously, Aaron Ramsey, Keylor Navas, and all these players going to Pumas, and some going to Tigres as well. Alan Saint-Maximin going to Club America. It's never been more relevant to talk about Liga MX and Mexican football right now. So hopefully you can spread the word a little bit more, get more people talking. Because we have conversations in the comments, and it's always awesome. So yeah, it'd be cool to have more of you guys there. So yeah, like, subscribe if you haven't done already. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you guys very soon. Take it easy, have a good week, and yeah, I'll see you after the Pumas game. So take it easy, guys. Adios.